Hitting a bunny first try with a rock is hard on this game. But if you haven't played this, then you don't know that. That was a very amazing thrill. And here I am, tempting this bear. Trying to kill him with a flare gun. Just hilarious, because, you know, he just runs away, but, you know, I'm still here messing with him. He keeps coming back. And, you know, it's just, the revolver is just not very effective against a bear. You know, kind of want to hit him a couple times, let him bleed out. But I have the car. At least I have the car. You know? So yeah, I'm just hiding in the car. You know, The Long Dark is a very complicated game, but it has some depth to it. But for me, once I learned pretty much everything there was to know, it kind of got ruined. But here I am, messing with the bear. You should never play with a bear like this. If you were in the car, I don't know what they would do. They might break the window, you know. But this game's pretty realistic, as far as survival games go. It's funny. These wolves are little bitches sometimes, and just running away. You know, whenever you get the good clothing, like you make a wolf coat and stuff, you could really tear those wolves up, man. I was slaughtering them. For some reason, this bear just took a nap. I don't know. Never seen that happen before. They just run away. I never seen it. It's snowing a little bit. It's kind of borderline blizzarding right now, but I'm just messing with this bear because he went to sleep like, I think he's glitching, hibernating. Shot a flare, just goes back to sleep. I'm trying to hit him with the flare gun. I actually hit a bear in the head with the flare gun, but I don't know, for some reason I wasn't able to clip it. But here I am, messing with the bear, trying to get my flare gun loaded. Jesus Christ. Oh, there it is. But this didn't kill him. So weird. He's just like invincible. This is just a glitch I captured because it was like, what the hell, you know? What the hell is going on with this bear? He's just still sitting there. You know, I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of games. I'm sick of games. It's time. He's sleeping too. You know, you can hear him. Just still. Just still. Nothing. He's like gaining his health back. He's just sitting there. This was actually a pretty crazy moment when I was playing. I just been playing kind of, you know, myself. This is not the same bear, but I went back in the house and that glitch stopped and he was gone. The bear was gone. But this is a different bear, which shouldn't have messed with me. And, you know, it's crazy because that other bear that was glitching and he was like regaining health while he's hibernating or something. I'm out here like collecting birch bark because you can turn it into restorative tea. There's all sorts of stuff you can get on this game. But yeah, I was going home with some stuff and I found him dead. So that shot actually killed him. I actually killed him. But I've been going around, you know, hunting deer and stealing deer from wolves and killing a mass amount of wolves. I've been killing so many wolves in this game. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, man, how many wolves I'm killing. And of course, he just runs off. I just pointed the gun at him. You know, I ended up making a wolf and bear coat or whatever. So they get pretty scared. You're actually pretty dominant when you start getting that gear, but it's really heavy too. So, you know, there's a lot of things to consider in this game, you know. Like this wolf attack. Look at this wolf. Look how much life I'm losing. Barely any. Look at that. Of course, though, you know, it will damage your wolf coat or whatever, but you just need a wolf pelt and a cured gut from the wolf. I guess I'm not really here to explain all the things in the game, but you know, I guess if you know the game, then you kind of know what's going on. You know, if you don't, then I don't know. I guess I'm not really here to break it all down for you. I guess the best way to say it is this is a survival game that takes some time to learn. And the first initial time I played it was a while ago, probably a couple years ago. And looking back, I made so many mistakes. It takes a little bit to learn, you know, but it's fun to learn. It's a really cool game. Right there, I stole that deer. I was stealing so many deer. I was just stealing deer, man, left and right here. It was just like this deer fest. I was just jacking all of the deer. I had so much deer meat. It was crazy, dude. You know, sometimes you just get so much stuff in this game. You get so much meat and it almost ruins the game because you're like, man, I just have so much meat. What am I supposed to do? And the game kind of did get ruined for me. I quit playing. So I was playing this a couple weeks ago and I can't even remember the exact date, but I quit playing like a week ago or something, and I started playing Fall Guys and Rocket League mainly, just hanging out on them. Not all the time, but I was watching the Rocket League esports. That stuff's kind of fun to watch. Or like different. They actually have Call of Duty esports. There's all that meat. All that meat. But yeah, so the main thing that would kill me are blizzards when I don't know where I'm at. And so the main thing that I learned was once you learn the map and you know where you're at, you're going to do a lot better. Hitting that bunny while it's running right that is pretty hard. If you miss the first one he starts running, it's pretty hard. You can do it, but yeah, I watched some people that survived ridiculous amount of time, like 11,000 days, 10,000 days. And it kind of ruins the game. Look at this wolf. What is he doing? He's like trying to run around the flare or something. Yeah. Funny. I just point my gun at him. They're learning. Yeah, you know, there just ended up so many wolves out there in the field and stuff. Here I am again, stealing another wolf kill. Or, you know, sometimes I would shoot the deer and I would track them down, and then eventually a wolf would, like, but what you want to do is you can run into a deer, and if it's in the direction of a wolf, the wolf will just kill it, so. And, yeah, like I said, so the game kind of got ruined from watching some people that survived ridiculous amount of times and learning, like, how to renew your resources and the best things to do in situations. But yeah, not knowing the map and getting caught in a blizzard was the main thing that killed me. Because you just get so cold and then all of your energy is so valuable. You know, you start running out of water. You know, you can't keep yourself warm because, you know, it's almost like the devs are messing with you because, like, sometimes I'll put a fire on one side of a rock. This is pretty funny. I'll put a fire on one side of the rock and the wind will start blowing. He's still running at me. He's going to get me. The flare scared. The flare scared him off. But yeah, you know, like right here, I had this fire over here, and, you know, I had to pogo back and forth with this fire. I was actually, in this moment, I was just caught in a blizzard and I was dying. See, I'm at half health right there. That was like the end result of the blizzard. I was putting a fire on one side of that rock. The wind would blow it out. You know, you put a bunch of wood into it, and then you don't want to put all of your wood into it at once, but you have to get it hot enough to warm you up. By the way, this is stalker mode. I've tried to enter Looper before, but you kind of have to know the map and stuff. And but I came a long way. It's kind of funny. This wolf is. It's just fun to go around the map and find all the stuff. I will say that I think the people who made this game are kind of lacking a little bit. I guess the new DLC was a letdown for a lot of people, or it got mixed reviews and stuff. And I think that they should have came out with a new map. I came into this encounter with this bear. I was actually standing on the porch and I didn't think he was gonna come on the porch, and he did. So I didn't think he was gonna come on there. But here I'm just in this the other side of the house over here, and just end up getting him. Oh, I spoiled it over. Oh well. Yeah, it's so much better to kill him by the house. So if you can, yeah, and you know another thing is the bears are pretty glitchy. I've seen some. I didn't capture all of the moments, but there were some moments where the bear was just flying around and stuff, and then he was actually glitching into a rock, and then he like popped up behind me and stuff. How? How did that wolf survive? I don't know. Sometimes the wolves are pretty beefy on this. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. The main thing I learned is kind of try to know where you're at, or find a cave nearby or something, because you get lost in that storm. You know, I don't know, man. It's hard because you got to go cut that wood and stealing another deer. But yeah, it gets kind of like, you know, once you explore and stuff, it gets kind of a little bit stale. You're just like, oh, I have everything, and I almost want to die just to set myself free. I played the game. But yeah, there's all the wolves out here, man. All these birds, there was like a bunch of birds because I just killed all these wolves. And then oh my god, I got so many wolf pelts. It was crazy. Like, this is just what I had right here, but there were different times in the game where I had ton. And I actually killed a moose too. I didn't really clip everything though. But you know, one thing I'll say about the game is you can tell that they tried to minimize the pixels of everything in the game by kind of like how the branches look. The branches are really pointy. And you can tell that's because they're minimizing the vertices in the game. And some people don't know that because you might not be like a 3D artist or whatever. You know, you don't know what's going on. But in this game, they use minimum vertices, and it kind of makes some of the geometry look a little bit bad, but it's kind of a style. Like if you look at the tree right there, I throw a torch and it doesn't burn the house down. I'm going to sleep. It's okay. That torch would totally burn the house down, but I'm going to bed, guys. So yeah, some of the geometry is kind of bad. I did have a couple crashes, actually. That's one thing, like, if you look at the branches, they look really bad. But people don't realize that they look bad because it kind of looks like a style. Like I said, it looks like a style, but it's kind of just them minimizing the vertices in the game. I don't know how to explain vertices, honestly. But that's kind of all the stuff I lived through in the Long Dark. There was a lot of different stuff going on, but yeah, I did watch some people that survived ridiculous amount of times, and it kind of ruined it. And it's like, oh man, you know, because you could just survive so long to a certain point. The thing about the game is it's cool when you first initially play it and you learn all the stuff and you unravel all that depth and you make a bear coat and you do all this stuff, because I wasn't able to do all that stuff before. I didn't get a bow, I didn't make a bear coat. You know, I was very, you know, new, and I didn't know what the hell was going on, which is pretty funny because when you first start, you have no idea what's going on. Like, I didn't know that you could go pick tea and that will give you some nutrients. I didn't know that cattails could give you nutrients, like, for food. And also it could warm you up. So you just keep like some tea on you or whatever item you can warm up a bit of fire. And that's actually one of the things I learned was getting some tea or like the rose bush or even the Reiki mushrooms, whatever they're called. If you make those into a drink, it'll warm you up. So every time if you get caught in a blizzard, you have a couple of those on you. And if you're freezing, you can just go chug a couple of those by the fire. But there are a couple different things that you need to, you know, you need to do. And it's crazy because sometimes it gets so cold. And I try to carry 5 cloth on me at all times so I could go around and get 15 sticks to build a snow shelter. But good luck with that. So some of the things are, you know, you have to haul a lot of stuff back to your base and stuff. And like right now, I have a game going, right, on stalker mode. And I learned a lot of the maps and stuff. But I just kind of hit a brick wall where I'm just like, you know, I'm kind of just done with this game. It's a cool game, but I feel like I just learned everything, and there's really nothing more to do in the game. I suppose it would be cool to kill some more bears, kill some more moose, see how much I could stack up. But, you know, you just get to a point where you mastered the game, and it's like, well, I guess it can be set free now. And, you know, you have that experience, so... I would say the most disappointing thing is this game has been out for a long time. And I don't really understand. It says, does it say that when you start the game up, it says all the profits go to charity? I don't know what kind of charity you're donating to, but I don't know, man. Some charities seem a little bit slimy. Like, who are those people? What are they doing with that money? Like, oh, paying you a bunch of money for this charity. Jeez. I don't know, man. Charities can be kind of sketchy and, you know... Especially a game dev, it's like if you have a popular game, you need to take that and invest in a new game so you can make more money and hire more people, and so you can make a better game for people. That's actually better than charity, isn't it? Because if you think about it, if you make something so good that you make a ridiculous amount of money, that's essentially charity at that point, right? I mean, so it's kind of stupid to say, oh, we're donating all these proceeds. You know, it's like, well, if you just put the money back into the game, you could make a lot more money. You know, just making a good game is work for the community. You know, you earn that money. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I think the biggest letdown was them not making a new map, the pointiness of the vertices, and, you know, just, I don't know. Other than that, it's a really good game. So I guess this is my overall review of the game. Overall, it's a really good game. Very, you know, has a lot of realistic aspects to it and stuff. Pretty fun, interesting. Takes a long time to learn. I think that some of the aiming is kind of, I don't know. Seems a little bit sensitive, you know, carrying the gun around and stuff, but I guess it's fine. Overall, you know, I almost wish the game looked different or something, like there wasn't so pointy trees and stuff, but that's all I gotta say, and I'm out of here.